Hey fans, it's me Aaron for a comic show. It's Christmas Eve's comics. I have a stack of those, and comic shops are getting like both weeks delivered because there's a skip week. It's a weird thing to call it a skip week. We call it something we don't want our customers to do. Please don't skip our skip week. But anyway, the biggest book coming out for the week after Christmas is S.H.I.E.L.D. And it's inspired by the hit TV show. It has the agents of the hit TV show, Coulson, the main guy, but it's in the regular Marvel universe. It's not in the cinematic universe. So it has all those things that they can't do, like have the Fantastic Four in it, have mutants in it, Spider-Man, stuff like that. And it has something really cool. There's a scene with some agents, and then those agents are actually characters of the Marvel universe, which is neat. I would like to see that more often in the show. But this issue is Mark Waid. It was a great first issue. I really enjoyed it. So if you're a fan of the show, you should really get it. And if you're a fan of the show that doesn't read the Marvel comics, it's a great little segue into the Marvel universe because it's the characters you know from the cinematic universe that are exclusive to that, more or less, into the regular Marvel universe. So I would give that a shot. The other books out for the skip week are DC's weekly books, and then there's a couple other things here and there that they're doing. East of West has their big first issue after Trade 3, issue 16. And we also have Star Trek and Planet of the Apes. Pretty crazy. Also Marvel this week for the Christmas week is Superior Iron Man 3. And if you read Axis 9, it was insane. It's out this week, and Axis 9 sums up everything. Deadpool's decapitated head is still talking shit. Like, spoiler, I mean, of course it is. Like, from one of the first pages you see is decapitated head still talking shit to Apocalypse, and it was cool. And Rick Remender is having so much fun with this as it got so many issues in. This final issue was great. It had a lot of great personal character moments, and it had the inversion thing, like inverting him back, and who does and doesn't get inverted back. And if you're loving this, you're probably hoping that Superior Iron Man does not get inverted back, and this is the issue where it's him and Daredevil. And if you're reading it, you know that he made Daredevil have sight again. He gave him sight. And with that, he wants Daredevil to be his bitch, obviously. He's like, look, I gave you your sight back. Now you do everything I want you to do, and you can keep your sight. And if you know anything about Matt Murdock, you know he's not going to go for that. And it was a great issue that summed up that whole fight scene, that whole little thing that I really enjoyed. I'm really liking that book. Moving on to DC, I have Robin Rises Alpha. This is the variant cover #1 by Cliff Chang, who is a friend of the store. And seriously, he does have superpowers. Damian is back from the dead, spoiler, now that was last issue, and he has superpowers, which has already been spoiled all over the internet by DC themselves. And now we have Robin with superpowers. Whether you think that is totally stupid, because it is stupid. I mean, that's freaking stupid. Why would Robin have superpowers? But with lots of ideas that sound stupid to begin with, we've gotten great stories. And Tomasi is brilliant at writing Damian, and I'm ready for more of this. So awesome, pick it up and get ready for more Batman and Robin with a superpowered Damian Robin. Deathstroke, this book has been nonstop action, nonstop violence. It's done things that I didn't care for, like de-age Wade, which I liked him old. I liked the storyline of him old and, you know, kind of a has-been that's still hanging in there. Still the top of his game, but how long will he be at the top of his game? I like that. But I've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed the fast-paced fights, and I've enjoyed all the crazy guest stars. And there are even more crazy guest stars in this issue. It's like, is every last page of Deathstroke going to have a crazy surprise guest star? Maybe. This one does too. So yeah, if you're enjoying 1 and 2, you'll love 3. If you didn't like 1 and 2, don't get it because it's more of the same. And Harley Quinn is out, Harley Quinn and Power Girl, which has been brilliant, and this Darwin Cook cover is beautiful. So, and we're going to have a Harley Quinn artist here pretty soon. I haven't firmed down the date, but one of the like 4 artists on the regular Harley Quinn book, the one that did the weed cover, that issue, is going to be here, signing at the store. So that'll be fun. And Goth by Midnight, you know how much I love the first issue. Issue 2, more of that, more awesome Ben Temple-Smith creepiness. I love the Spectre, Jim Corrigan. I love creepy stuff. I love DC Dark, the dark corner of DC Universe. And I love that Gotham by Midnight is the dark corner of Gotham. So if you like that, cool. And I'll just blow through these annuals real quick. DC came out with a slew of annuals this week. This is the one that everyone needs to get, Batman. It literally says on here, an in-game tie-in. And you know that the last Batman Annual, Annual 2, was a tie-in to Death of the Family, all that weirdness. And that had that major reveal of Joker that no one that I know of got, that we all felt stupid when we read it in the first part of Endgame. So what secrets does this have? This issue is like almost all Joker. So get it, seriously. If you were not planning to get it, there's something wrong with you, because you're reading Endgame, you read Batman, he's the world's greatest detective, you want to be a detective too and figure this out, and here's the clues in this annual. I promise you that Scott Snyder enjoys having clues put in things that fewer people read, such as the annuals. And Red Hood and the Outlaws was freaking weird. There were kids the whole issue fighting Santa Claus. I'm serious. But at the end, it does seem to set up the next big thing for Red Hood and Outlaws, which, you know, if you are reading it, get it. If you don't read it, by all means, do not pick it up. There's nothing about it that means you should pick it up if you're not reading Red Hood and the Outlaws, other than it's kind of like Sins of Youth, where it's like the adult characters or whatever are kids and doing wacky stuff. And it's always fun to see kids with guns, right? I mean, yeah, DC apparently thinks so. Red Hood was funny as a kid with guns. They have Green Lantern. This is the finale of Godhead, the very end. It has a homage cover to Superpowers by Kirby, and everything is over here. So if you're reading Godhead and you don't get this, you're an idiot, because that is the final part of the whole thing. And don't be a sad idiot. You know, you'll be all butthurt on Mars. So anyway, Grayson, if you're reading Grayson, you need to get it. It's Tim Seeley. It's more stuff. It's spy espionage stuff. So if you're missing part of that, you might as well not be reading it, because you're putting together clues. You know, if you're reading stuff that involves different clues and mystery stuff like crime or espionage or detective work, and you don't get an annual written by the same writer of the series, there's something wrong with you, because you just shouldn't be reading that genre of fiction if you don't want all the stuff that writer does, like this with the crime Catwoman. All right, this was weird. It was Mick Bain #1. You know him from The Simpsons, and I was confused by it. It's like giant-sized poster included. And it's like, how is a giant-sized poster included with this comic that's, you know, just a regular price comic? Well, here's how. You know, you're reading it, and then you flip it out, and you're still reading, and you're still reading, and you read the whole comic, right? And then you flip it around, and there's your giant-sized poster. So, pretty sweet. Get that. It was awesome. I liked it. I thought that was pretty swell. And moving on with Image, They're Not Like Us #1. From Despair to Where, it's Eric Stevenson, who did Nowhere Men. He's the head dude at Image, but he's also is a good writer. And this was fun. It's fun. It's like kids today, they're so weird, right? Like, what the hell's wrong with them? And it's just so jarring to see like a symbol that's like not equal, when like that's all we have in our culture now. It's like we're all equal. And I agree, we all are equal. But what if some aren't like us, and what if they're better or worse than us, you know? It's kind of cool. Kind of give it a shot. I mean, I know that a lot of people try any Image #1, and I'm saying try that one. Seriously, try it. Outcast, this is the finale of the first arc by Kirkman. It'll be collected in the first trade for $10, and you get answers. You actually get answers in this issue. You get answers about his mom, which if you're reading the book, that's what you've been wanting. Here's a weird one. Sunstone Volume 1, it's an original graphic novel, but it was also, every bit of it is on DeviantArt that you could, you know, read for free. And it's the guy, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. It's, it looks like it's Steven Sejic, but I know it's a different pronunciation, and I'm sorry, I should have asked Cap or someone how to pronounce it earlier. I don't know. But what it is, it's all like BDSM. It's all BDSM. It's all like, it's sex, it's nudity, but it's sweet and it's endearing. There's this little awkwardness to their sexual experimentation. And the premise of it is BDSM are actually sexual nerds. They're actually like nerds about sex. They want to do like different things and try new things and try new toys, and you know, like tech nerds or comic nerds or any type of nerds, they're nerds about sex. So it's not like, you know, all like, oh, we're having sex like 50 Shades of Grey and I'm tying my tie around your eyes so you can't see why I dominate you or whatever. I don't know. But this book, I thought it was fun, and the guy is going to be the fill-in artist on Rat Queen, so, you know, that's pretty cool. So give it a shot if you want some, it is pornography. I mean, it is nudity, but it has like an awkward, sweet story of love and relationship. It's not, you know, it's more than you might think it would be if you were someone that's negative about that type of stuff. So, you know, millions of Reddit users can't be wrong. It's great. So moving on, finally, Witches, #1, image first. Southern Bastards, #1, image first. Get these, they're $1. And then if you like them, get volume 1 of this for $10 and just start reading Witches. Just grab issue 2. Just start reading it. It's great. Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas. Enjoy your Christmas. Enjoy your New Year. Come back to your comic book store the week after Christmas on New Year's Eve, the 31st, to get S.H.I.E.L.D. and your weekly DC books and whatever, because it'll be there for you. So don't forget about your local comic shop. Thanks. Bye-bye.